we've had the formal part of this program, and now we're sitting here in this informal, and really you're just sitting among friends. It's kind of going like on a blind date with the entire reform movement as a first blind date. So we want to get to know you.
I always say my life is like a blind date, only everybody else has seen the video on me.
We definitely have a better advantage. That is true. Let's start from the point of your involvement in the reform movement, because you have a beautiful story about how you have felt being connected to the reform movement.
Well, I grew up Anglican, although my family was not devout or strict churchgoers, but there was an understanding that was our deal. So when I moved to California I was 18, and as you do when you move to a new place and you're a young person, you fall in with a bunch of people and you start to make network, and it was probably like a year in, I looked around and I went, I've made wonderful friends and people that I'm really close to in such a short amount of time, and they're all Jewish. I thought, there's nothing. I just kind of noticed. I was like, that's really interesting. And then I realized that there was just something. There was just an openness and a curiosity and a camaraderie and just a respect that I would say, not to generalize about anybody, but just all these people had in common. And so I felt very, much. It didn't surprise me from that point on. I didn't make any resolution about it or note it in any way other than when it continued, I noticed, I'm settled into something here. And then, of course, met Tracy and was married under a chuppah. And then when our children was born, I don't know if I can tell this story, but
we'll let you know.
But Tracy's family, we're not especially observant. I think they, high holy days and stuff like that, but not hugely observant. Now it's interesting because all of Tracy's two sisters, both married very, very observant Jews, and it's become a big part. So it's funny, this next generation, Tracy and our children as well, have come back in a way that I think is happening all over the place. Mm-hmm. And it's really, it's exciting. I mean, I just someone observing it, I think it's really great. Mm-hmm. But when Sam was born, he was born in Cedar Sinai in California, and we had our OBGYN was Jewish, and she said, should we have him circumcised? Should we do the circumcision now? And Tracy, hanging on to this kind of 60s thing, said, I don't know if we should do that. And I said, Trey, here's the deal. You're Jewish. It's his birthright. He's a Jew. And so if so this is my deal. If he gets circumcised now, I'll go in the room there and I'll hold his hand while he does it. If he turns 13 and wants to get bar mitzvah, you're going to go in the room with him.
And your involvement in the reform movement and your experience of your son's bar mitzvah, because he did become bar mitzvah, and now you have 2 more coming up in February.
I have my twins will be bar mitzvah in February. And the thing about that too was so interesting to me when in my culture, the way where I grew up, and maybe it's unique to my family. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't again generalize, but generally, you turn 13, that's when you get pimply and gross and stinky, and you go away for a while. And we'll see you, when you're ready to get out of high school, and we'll talk about a union card or maybe community college or something. But what I went through in my son, or what I saw my son go through in studying for a year, going to Hebrew school and preparing and just hitting a home run on the night and just, it was just a huge moment. Mm-hmm. And he was never the same after that. And just that, he's now we're waiting to hear from colleges, and he had a terrific high school career. And I just credit so much that process of being brought into the community and understanding the context in which he lives and the values which he benefits from, and hopefully will subscribe to and already does subscribe to. So again, it's just a real affirmation to me of the community